Does this mess ever happen to you guys? There was 5 of these in a large bag, had never been opened up, and I bought them at Goodwill last year. And I made hats with all of it, and I had this one hank left. I'm going to use that, and I'll probably have to add some other color to it to make a handbag. I had found this for 50 cents at a thrift store, and it is to make your own handbag with. So I thought that'd give me something nice to get into today to work on. They're probably pajamas, but I just wear them around the house. I got these at a thrift store, and I thought they were so cute. Perfect for this time of year. But anyway, this is such a pain in the rear, because now I have got to, I got to find out how to get this wrapped up. So I decided to go ahead and try a different yarn that I had because I could not get those knots out. So I ended up finding just a very small leftover amount of this navy blue, and I wanted it in the thick, and this is the chunky, I guess you would call it. Hey, it's like me. Found a thing about this big, so I'm hoping that will get me part of the way through. And then I found another one about the same size that is in gray, and this is the very first purse that I'm going to be making. I'm going to try and do it with a liner and all that, but I wanted to not spend very much money. I wanted to use what I already had. So this is how it's starting out. And you start out that base, you do 31 chains, and then in each chain you do a single crochet, and then you'll end up with 30 in each line. And then after you get 10 rows, you start doing a double crochet in every single hole, stitch, whatever that you have. So I'll let you know how it goes, and I'll show you as I'm progressing here. I just had to take a break from that huge blanket that I'm making. They call this a whip, a work in progress. This is what my work is right now. The next day. Not feeling that great today, but I wanted to take little Ziva out for a walk. I want to show you something. See those holes all over our yard? Someone was telling us that it is skunks digging for grubs, trying to, I guess, fatten up before winter. But yeah, they're all over, especially this side yard over here. But look how cute she is, you guys. Can you tell how fluffy? She looks like she's big, but she's so tiny, and you can tell by how fluffed up her fur is. Stay here, I hear a car. Okay, good girl. Let me get your ear fixed. Okay. Don't get too far away, babe. See that, how fuzzy? She cracks me up. Come on, baby. Let me get you away from the road. I'll walk her down here on the lower lot. They're supposed to be fixing this because the road was caving in. Water's getting around that pipe, causing it to erode underneath of the pipe. But that gas line that you see there, probably, let's see. Oh, my son was probably about 10 years old, and we have a picture of us all sitting in this area, and that was all covered up. All the way, this was all covered up. And, of course, the creek ran through. But yeah, so that has eroded a lot. Come on, Ziva. So hopefully they're going to get that fixed in come spring. I'm going to take her a walk down here. Got a couple bean trees. Somebody was asking us for a bean tree. So if that makes it through the winter, maybe they can dig that up. And then there's a pretty good sized one there. That could probably be dug up too. My dad planted the one in the yard that's real big. I'll put a picture right here of it when it's bloomed out. But it was just a tiny twig when he planted that years ago. I'm going to put this on wide angle so we can see her. There we go. But anyway, yeah, it was just a tiny little twig when Dad planted it. Now it's a huge, beautiful tree. This is our lower lot for the ones of you that are new. And my sister-in-law lives right there. And then my other sister-in-law lives right there. It's really nice having them close. We don't get a visit, you know, because everyone's busy doing their own thing. But when they do get to walk up and visit with us, we enjoy it. Good girl. Yeah, we had one of the gardens down here last year and didn't have any gardens this year. Just, you know, because Steve had to have that hernia surgery and stuff. We didn't think we'd feel like it. Look at all of the black walnuts. Those two trees right there are black walnut trees. And we've got one up in the side yard too. And that tree is my pawpaw tree. And I have another one right there. And our neighbor that lives back there behind, he has a couple and they produce fruit. Mine aren't quite big enough yet. Takes them a while to grow, but they're doing great. So I'm hoping maybe next year. We got this big pile of where that one tree had fallen. So we need to get that burnt really, really soon. There's a chair my dad had brought down here many years ago, so he'd have a place to sit when they had their garden down here. The little creek's right there behind him. You can see the chicken run up there and the swing that I like. Let's go. Yeah, let's go down this way a little bit. There we go. All right, be back in a little bit, guys. Okay, we're back up in the side yard and look at the black walnuts over here. Need to get those raked up. Still a few hanging on the tree. Oh yeah, quite a few actually. They're a pain to dry out and all that, so I might just rake it up and see if anybody else would like to fool with them. Want to go check on the chickens. You know, they're in the molting season and they look pitiful. Here's some more of those holes. They're ruining the yard. You saying hi to the chickies? Huh? That pan right there is not their water. It's just where we put like scraps in. But even Romeo looks pretty pitiful. Oh, he knew his name. He looked. He looks even pretty pitiful. Look at the feathers laying everywhere. Oh, pretty rough. Come on, Ziva. Thinking about getting new ones next year because these are getting old. Look at poor Susie. Almost all of her feathers on top are gone. But anyway, so they're not laying very many eggs now because they're getting older. So I thought about getting some more chickens and look at the feathers, you guys. All you see is feathers. I'm sure that Steve has already collected the eggs. There's probably only one or two. That's about all we're getting in a day. So what do you think, Z? Huh?